Hey everybody, welcome to my little command center here in bright and sunny Florida. Let me cut these blinds down a little bit. Yeah, spring in Florida, but that's code word for just more days of summer. So anyway, hey listen, what does this remind you of? Ooh, have no idea where that went. Well, it should remind you of Summer American. And here's the big deal, is there's 39 days, 18 hours, 26 minutes, and you can see the seconds? Oh wait, way over there, counting down. That means we've got to get moving here. Hope you guys are making some great progress. But before we get through to some items that we need to talk about, let's roll the intro. All right, let's get down to business. We've got a bunch of stuff to cover, and I'm gonna make this quick, but I'm gonna send out some videos, scratch that. I'm going to send out some emails following this video that will have some updated the organizational chart. It'll also have updated schedule, because we've got some things that have bumped around a little bit with regards to some guests that are coming in and some time constraints. And also Commander Wayne and I went down part of the Peace River and scoped out some new stuff going on with the canoe trip. So anyway, you'll see that on the schedule, and what I want you to do is scan that schedule, look it over, see where there's holes or things that don't make any sense, and please let me know about it. Also, if you have some requirements or you need some help in your merit with respect to the junior leadership, we're putting together a schedule specifically for the junior leaders, so that they know what's going on every step of the way, all through out Summer Merit Camp. And Commander Gary and I are kind of mapping out those things. So let us know if you need help, and that way we can arrange to have some help or things set up ahead of time. And by the way, that doesn't mean that these guys are our pack mules, okay? We want to respect them. We're teaching them leadership skills, and we want to get them involved as far as adult facilitated boy led. All right, let me refer to some notes. On the 21st of this month starts the day one. I think I per right. I'm gonna map it out. You'll see it in the email, because I'm gonna count it down every day, where you will read through Proverbs one chapter at a time, one chapter per day. And so make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're praying for Summer Merit Camp every morning in your prayer time, for the camp, for all the registrations coming in, for the parents and families, for all that we're doing, for weather, all that kind of stuff. Also, if you have some specific needs for materials, let us know sooner than later, because there's lots of times where commanders that we have no idea in their vocational life or their personal life, private life, they have resources, and so they might be able to track something down and save some money with respect to the budget. Speaking of money, when it comes to spending money that you have an expectation for reimbursement for, make sure you get me that information, whether it's for your giveaways or any kind of awards you might be doing in your own class kind of stuff. Let me know what those needs are, because we do have a budget. We definitely absolutely serve a limitless provider, but we want to be good stewards over what he's given us charge over. So make sure you let me have that piece of information. Also, remember to be operating with the Plan A philosophy, okay? That doesn't mean that behind the scenes, away from the campers and parents and other commanders, that there aren't some logistical things being moved around. You need to be having a contingency plan for if your outside item, time gets rained out. But with respect to all of that, as things transition to move, it's always Plan A. They don't know any different. They don't know that this wasn't exactly the way we expected it to go. So make sure you're operating that way. Also, let me just speak to, you should be already pretty much know what your giveaways are going to be. So we like for, in every one of the merits, for the boys to be able to go home with something. And so make sure you're figuring that out, and that's kind of part of your budget. Let me also just kind of mention, as it relates to PowerPoints, we've got some projectors that we have available to us. We'll be bringing projectors with us. We have laptops, and all of these tools are very useful, and we use them all the time. But if you're gonna use PowerPoints, and we all do, make sure that you're not making what I think is a big mistake, and that is taking a screenshot of the material that's in the handout. Okay, so you get your advancement material together, you're going through, let's take plumbing for example, and you take a screenshot of a definition and you pop it up on the screen. Well, they can just read that in their, that doesn't really improve the environment, the excitement of it. Now, if you want to show some pictures that make that definition come alive, or some video and put that into a PowerPoint, I think that's an awesome way to use PowerPoint. But that's just a little tip I've kind of picked up along the way, watching other really good presenters and commanders that operate in Rangers over the years. So make sure you're kind of operating that way. Also, one other thing, we'll talk about it, but there is a Commanders SMC meeting on the 28th, and it's at Victory. It'll start at 6:30, and so we'd love to see everybody there. We'll do the Facebook Live again for those that can't attend, and that will be our moment, probably the last meeting before we actually have our staff meeting that Wednesday night before camp. But if you have issues and you want to hammer it out and talk it out and debate it out, that's the moment for that. Because once we funnel things down and the calendar starts meeting up on that day, the first day of camp, we want to be in one accord. We want to be a team where we operate together. That's not your time to bring up something that you don't like about the way something is operating or something is handled. All that's done ahead of time. When we get down there, we are one cohesive team, a fellowship that bands together, that's bringing us all to fruition and making it happen for the boys and fun and exciting. All right, well listen, have a great day everybody, and I will see you at the meeting on the 28th.